Control structures signify that how the program will work. And there we have discussed three parts. One we have discussed was the sequence, in which program will go in the proper sequence without any jump or the break. Then the next one we have discussed was the selection. Now the selection means out of multiple lines we have to select few lines that will work, means all the lines will not execute. Just like in sequence all the line execute, but here in the selection few lines will be executed, and which line will execute that will depend upon some decision. That's why they also called the decision making. And inside the selection we are having one is the if else, and the another one we are having is the switch case. So these are the two methods to achieve the selection control structure. So next we are having is the looping. So looping is one more control structure in which we can loop some specific lines. Let us suppose that we are having a task and we want to keep that task doing again and again. That is called the looping. And to achieve the looping, we are having first one is for, the next one we are having is while, and the next one we are having is the do while. So these are the three methods by which we can achieve the looping. So we will discuss all the methods one by one. So first of all, I am discussing the method that is called the for. So for is the control structure which gives us the looping. I am going to discuss the syntax of the for loop. For loop says that we will first of all write for, then a bracket will start. In the bracket, we will first of all say initialize. Initialize means you can say that starting. Initializing the value, then semicolon, then condition, then semicolon, then increment or decrement, bracket close, then curly braces will start. Whatever the line we want to repeat, we will write inside, and curly braces close. So that is the syntax of the for loop. Now to understand this for loop, we are going to take out some example. Now the task we are going to perform is we are having printf, let us suppose printf hello, and we want that it should repeat for 10 times. Now initialize. First of all, I will start with the for, that is the syntax part. For, I will take any variable of my choice. Let us suppose that I am taking a variable I. I will start the variable with some value. Let us suppose that I is equal to 1. So I will start with the 1, semicolon. Condition. I want that I should run up till 10. So I will say I less than equal to 10. That is the condition. Semicolon. Increment. I am saying I plus plus. Bracket close. Curly braces start. Curly braces close. And this I will be declared earlier. Let us suppose that int I have declared earlier. Now, inside this for, I will write a statement printf, then double quotes hello. If I execute this piece of program, then hello will be printed 10 times. Whether we are going for while or do while, there are three things which are more important. The first one is the initialization. You must know that initialization means we have to initialize any variable with the very starting value. Let us suppose that I is starting with 1. Then there is a condition, or you may say that the last value means I will start with 1 and go till 10. That is the last value. And increment means 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. So 10 times it will work. Now I am going to explain this program. First of all, program will come here. There is a I. The value of I is 1. So value of I will be 1 now. Program will come to the next part. I less than equal to 10. Is 1 less than equal to 10? True. So it will come down, print hello. So hello will be printed. After that, it will go to I plus plus. So the next value of I will be 2. After that again it will go back, checking the condition, is 2 less than 10? True. Again come down, again printing the hello, again go back, I plus plus, the new value of I is 3 now. Again checking the condition, 3 less than equal to 10. True. Again come down and print hello. So this way hello is going to print multiple times. Multiple times means what? 10 times, because the 10 is the stopping condition. When this I will become 11, what will happen at that time? Condition will come here and check, is 11 less than equal to 10? Condition false. So 4 will not come inside, it will come outside. So that is how this 4 work. Now let us suppose that we are having the same program to print the hello, but this time we are going to decrement. So let us suppose that there is one variable I we are having already, and we are saying for I is equal to 10. We are initializing I with the 10 value. Now we are having the condition I greater than equal to 1. This time we are having the sign greater than equal to, because I is starting from 10 going till 1. And if anybody start with 10 and going till 1, there will be the decrement. So this time we will say I minus minus. Then that will be the same inside printf hello semicolon close. How this program will work? We have already declared one variable I, and we are saying program will come here I equal to 10. So the value of I is 10. That is initialization. Then condition check, I greater than equal to 1. 10 greater than equal to 1. True. Come down. Print hello. So hello will be printed. Then after that, again going back, I minus minus, the new value of I is 9. Now again coming back, is 9 greater than equal to 1? True. Coming down, printing hello. Again going back, and that will be the 8 next value. Similarly, this program will go until the value becomes 0. Once the value is 0, it will check, is 0 greater than equal to 1? False. So program will not go to the printf, it will come out. So this way the 10 times hello will be printed. So we can opt any of the thing. We can start from 10 to 1 by decrement, or we can go from 1 to 10 by increment. Both are the correct options.